infrastructure that we need to create, and we as a state are quite keen, and we will build that infrastructure. I would like to also say a few words about electronics, because I'm also the electronics minister. We have launched Foxconn in Andhra Pradesh, thanks to the blessings of our Chief Minister. Cellcon was launched exactly a month ago. Carbon, one of the larger brands, is also starting their operations in November. We've committed to our Chief Minister that every month from now till 2019 election, we will either lay a foundation stone or open one electronic manufacturing company in the state of Andhra Pradesh. I'm really proud to announce that close to 25,000 jobs have already been created, and we are well underway of creating close to 200,000 jobs in the next 2 years. Taking a little bit of segue, because I'm also the Panchayat Raj and Rural Development Minister, IT is not all about creating world-class high-tech infrastructure. IT is all, in today's context, is about making people's life easy. As simple as getting a birth certificate to death certificate, to actually giving predictive analysis in terms of cropping pattern, giving farmers the power and enabling them to decide what is the right pesticide, fertilizer required for the crop. Using technology to giving basic services like street lighting, drinking water, sanitation, and even giving government schemes. I'm really proud to announce that Andhra Pradesh minus Manrega, which is the National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, contributes to 60% of transactions on Aadhaar. So if 10 transactions happen daily, 6 of them actually come from the state of Andhra Pradesh. We have close to 1 million IoT devices already working in the field. We are the first state to have ePOS, where the entire PDS system is today delivered through the fingerprints. I'm a very new minister in the cabinet of a Chief Minister. When I was in the party and our Chief Minister kept saying we'll do this, for me it was all imagination. I would really think, would this be possible? But we have done it. Today pension distribution is done through Aadhaar. Even agriculture inputs is done through Aadhaar. So we are one of the largest beneficiaries of the Aadhaar scheme. And the people of Andhra Pradesh have been very lucky to use this system so that the entire corruption and the middleman is today being eliminated. So it's not just technology or high tech. It's about how do we take this technology to the common man. I'm really happy to announce that we are now using drones to map all the rural roads of Andhra Pradesh. And we're going to use image recognition software to tell us which are the bad roads, which are the good roads, which habitations have not been even connected by roads. We're one of the very first states to adopt technology. So I see a lot of youngsters here. We're midst of change. It's a new beginnings. As few of our friends here have said, we've jumped the entire computer era. Quite a few of us here have not even seen a desktop. So we're completely jumping that generation. Saying that, I would urge everyone here and also all the entrepreneurs across the country to actually look at technology in terms of enabling the poorest of the poor. How can we use technology to give them a hand? How can we use technology to eliminate poverty in our generation? Because summer vacations, I used to visit the village and we used to talk about bad roads, bad water, lack of street lighting. And thanks to our Chief Minister's leadership, next 2 years that will all be resolved. On a war footing basis, we are creating infrastructure in every village. But today what is left is creating household income of 10,000 rupees. And that is where I strongly believe technology can play a role. We as a state are a startup state. We embrace new ideas, including detection of thunderbolts. We are the first state to detect thunderbolts. We are the first state to tell our people not to be in a certain area because the probability of a thunderbolt is very high. We are using latest technologies even to predict where the outbreak of malaria and dengue can be. So we're using a lot of technology to improve the quality of life at the cutting edge and at the masses. I urge all the people here to come help us and enable the state grow faster. There is always one person who acts as Fevicol or a glue That person is Raju Garu. I think Raju Garu should stand here. Because Raju Garu is the person who acted like the Fevicol and glue, brought the entire ecosystem together. He's the person who introduced me, to all the dignitaries here on the dais way back, 2 years back. And he's the person who played also a very instrumental role in terms of creating this ecosystem. I have a few asks as a minister. Raju Garu should take more active role in attracting more and more companies. B.V. Jagdish said that 2 years later he'll return. That for a chief minister is unacceptable. You need to come back after 2 months. You need to start your data center very much in Amravati. We will have that conversation after this meeting, and we'll make sure that Nutanix will create a center here now in Amravati. Amongst us is also Sridhar Vembu. Sridhar, if you don't mind standing. Sridhar here is actually the founder and CEO of Zoho. He deserves a big round of applause because he has created a homegrown cloud ERP, the product developed from rural India. Not India, but rural India. Sridhar has created development centers in rural India and is creating world-class cloud solutions from there. And I'm very, very excited to announce that Sridhar is starting a center, a 100-seater center in Tirupati. That is an interim center, and is looking out for land to create a development center in rural Andhra Pradesh, in rural Chittoor district. And we have to give a round of applause to Sridhar for his great energy. Because it's not easy to get rural youth to come sit in a rural environment and create world-class software. For me, that is unimaginable. When people told me Zoho is looking for land in Kuppam, my first question to them was, why Kuppam? Does he know where Kuppam is? Because I didn't understand the Zoho's business model. But it's truly inspirational that entrepreneurs like Sridhar are now coming forward to embrace rural youth. While I conclude my speech, I must quote Nadarji, Shiv Nadar. They're doing a big development center now in Amravati. Nadarji, when I went to sign the agreement, told me only one thing. 30% of our employees in HCL are Telugus, and they're from Andhra Pradesh. So 30% of HCL workforce are Andhrites. And he said it's natural that I do a development center in Andhra Pradesh. That is the power of the youth in Andhra Pradesh. Extremely smart, extremely enterprising. We as a state government are more than eager to give them a hand to create world-class products and create multi-billion-dollar companies created by entrepreneurs. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.